Yeah, it's a huge meet from a competition standpoint. You have some of the best schools in the country will be there. It'll be deep. You've got schools from the West Coast Conference, the Pac-12, the Big West, some of the Big Sky, the WAC, and a host of others. So it's an incredibly deep meet. It's incredibly tough at the top end as well, both for the men and for the women fields. So it's quite a powerful meet, and it's a great environment for our kids to be a part of. Yeah, a couple exceptions. We're not going to be taking Vince Hamilton, who's battling some Achilles tendonitis, and was actually at the conference meet as well. But it's definitely gotten a little worse, so we need to allow him to recover. And then Myra Chavez, who has been battling some ankle issues all season. We got to the point where after conference where she got to a point where we needed to allow her time to recover as well. But otherwise, yeah, it'll be, with the exception of those two, it'll be the same. As far as qualifying for the national meet, from a team perspective, they take the top 2 teams automatically to the national meet, and there's 9 regions, so I can see the 18 teams. There's a field size of 31 teams at the national meet, so there's 13 at-larges. As far as how those at-larges are picked, it's a fairly complicated system, but what it boils down to is having beaten one of those 18 teams that get an automatic bid, and it's just kind of a domino effect from there to get your 13 at-larges. From an individual standpoint, you have to be, regardless of where you are, you have to be in the top 25 no matter what. And then from there, they take the top 4 individuals that are not on a team that qualifies. I talk about a tale of two worlds. So going up to Bozeman, being at altitude. It was also on a golf course and grass. However, it was a little bit rolly. Going to Sacramento at sea level and being on a course that's really going to be really pretty flat and very, very fast. So yeah, definitely very different situation from conference to regionals. But I think our kids are. Well, I know our kids are really looking forward to it and should do very well there. Yeah, we'll certainly always experience is a big deal to meet like this with such a young squad. Again, we're only taking 1 senior between the 2 squads, and so experience is huge because we will have people trying to get some of those individual spots, whether this year or in the future, and certainly in the future, and also just as a team trying to kind of establish where they're at now and try to climb, from there in years to come. So, just gives them somewhat of a starting point and gives them a sense of where they're at within the region.